Okay, so today's video, it's actually nighttime and I had to go to work tonight and got off work. It's about 10 o'clock now. I'm gonna shoot this, throw it up, and schedule it to go live whenever it goes live, okay? So we're gonna get some questions answered. I think I have no comments within the last 10 months that I have not answered. I actually sat at the computer right here and answered them all. However, I wanna utilize this video to answer questions. This is the C2 55-inch. I keep getting asked that. One thing I did not do this year that I did last year, every video last year I posted, I put 77-inch, 77-inch, 77-inch. And so I have not been putting 55-inch on these videos. So this is a 55-inch. I've had some people ask me, is this a 42-inch, 48-inch? Listen, those two options are not available where I'm at. They are not available. I don't even see them on the website for me to try to order or anything. 55-inch is the size of this. Okay, second question. Why did I go with a 55-inch? Okay, 55-inch, LG says this is where you get the Evo panel. Now, for any person that may hear this and may start with the comments, same comments they leave about the 77-inch saying you got the Evo panel. Anyone that says, hey, it's a lottery, you can be this. LG officially says 55-inch is where you get the Evo panel. So that's why I went 55-inch. Plus, this was an upgrade from a 48-inch C1. The desk mount, which I'll card in, the desk mount supported up to 55-inch. So it was perfect. Also, to that same question, I am a gamer. The reasons I bought the C2 was because I'm a gamer and I wanted the better gaming option. This is the better gaming option, okay? I'm saying gaming for a specific reason so that we don't get caught up into the hype of talking about what the C1 does and this does. This is the better gaming option out of the two, hands down, period. If anybody, I don't give a damn how popular, how intelligent of a home theater person they are. If they tell you that the C1 is better than the C2 for gaming, you're a lie. Don't even listen to that person. Tell them to come see me, tell them to tell me that and explain that to me. You're a liar, okay? So that's why I got the 55-inch. Another question I was asked, is my desk too small? Okay, so let me actually take you on a quick tour. So I had a different desk in here, right? And it had a 48-inch. It was actually this same desk in white that has this 48-inch C1. So again, I had same setup. I card in a video. I had both of these setups in that one room. So this desk is wider. But you see how I have this desk and then I have this second desk because I have this Corsair 7000D 3090 Ryzen 9. This case is so big, it wouldn't fit next to the TV in that size. So I went with two desks. So because I went with the 55-inch, obviously it takes up more space. I have a different desk. So I lost maybe this much. The thing is, when I sit down, get back to where we need to be. When I sit down in front of this TV, this 55-inch, I am not actually sitting right up on it. So even when I'm using this keyboard and mouse, I'm stretching my arms out, right? And if I'm using a console, I'm sitting back. I'm following the rules of the distance that I need. This is bigger than you would typically get in this area, but bigger doesn't hurt. Okay, if you're not blinding yourself, you're all good. Nobody's gonna complain about a TV being too big. So no, I don't need a larger desk, gentlemen. I do appreciate you, but this desk made it seamless where I could get everything that I have on my desk, okay? Another question. Do you feel it was really worth the upgrade? Okay, well, this goes back to what I was just saying a couple of questions ago. Yes, worth the upgrade, absolutely. 100% worth the upgrade. Writer panel, native ultra wide support, obviously PC gamer, so that's a resolution. Those are resolutions I can take advantage of, which means I can get more productivity. I can play games that can support that, and it won't be as taxing on my system, even though my system was built for 4K max settings. If you can play ultra wide, it's even better. So yeah, worth the upgrade for all the reasons that I'm using it. I got a question. How is the audio really in person? Someone said, be honest. Like I was going to lie, which I get it. When you say things like be honest, you're trying to emphasize, you really want the truth. The audio is decent. Okay. Okay. This room I'm in has one corner, 2, 3, 4, right? We got 4. So openings right here. There is an opening there, but for the most part, yeah, as I said in my review of the C1 last year, if I didn't already card that in, I'll card it in now. If you are in a room with 4 corners, 4 walls, not 4 corners, but 4 walls like this, you'll enjoy the sound, especially if you are not accustomed to using a sound bar or an audio system with a receiver, okay? It's good enough, in my opinion. My biggest opportunity from a sound perspective, I think they can take one out of Sony's book. Obviously, Sony is more into audio than they are organically, they being LG. They should put 2 things they need to add to this TV. I'd love to see with the C3, or give to the gallery, okay? Give the gallery truly something to separate it. Give the gallery or the C3 a ability for the TV speakers to be used as a center. That's one. Number 2, give me a sub pre-out, right? So if I just want to link a sub to this, bam, I'm good, because subwoofers are going to be powered. So being able to run that cable to the TV, that would be so freaking awesome, right? But the TV audio does sound good. The whole 7.1.2 simulation is pretty dope. For whatever reason, I think it sounds better if it's sitting on a base. But again, no big deal to me. I have a Logitech system. There's a subwoofer. I did a review of that. I'll try to card that in, which I did plug this system to the C9. I still have a C9, okay? All right, another question. Person asked me, they said, hey, I have a CX. I'm looking to upgrade to the C1. What can I do to sell it? I just commented to you. If you didn't see it, number 1, clean the TV. You need to clean your TV. Clean it with some stuff that doesn't have alcohol, ammonia. Get a good clean of the TV. Number 2, you need to get your numbers, get your logistics of the TV. What do I mean? What I mean is you need to understand how many hours this TV has been on, your TV has been on. So when you go to post your TV, you can actually speak intelligently to that. Number 3, and this is going to be the hardest thing for most people. It doesn't matter what good of a care you took of your TV. You get people talking about technology, saying I babied it and never was taken out of the house, and I only watched it this amount of time. Listen, this stuff depreciates worse than cars. Actually, cars depreciate really good now because, you know, the resale market is up so damn bad. But, you know, cars traditionally, you take a $100,000 Corvette off the lot, you know, you try to turn around and get it sold to them, they're going to offer you probably $40,000, $50,000. Now, I'm not saying that literally, but you get the idea. So what you need to do, sir, who left that comment, I would price the TV $750 or best offer. Get ready for somebody to offer you $600 to $550. Keeping in mind that the C1, which is a full year old, the C1 has been out for 1 full year. It's 55 inches, $1,100 right now, and that's on sale. There's no reason a person has to spend $900 on a 55-inch CX. In fact, I got rid of the CX because I enjoyed the C9 more than I did the CX. So that answers the next question. You know, one person asked me if I ever had buyer's remorse on a TV. I think it was in reference to them seeing that I'm pretty consistent with buying these every year. Yes, I love the trilogy. The trilogy I call the C9, the CX, the C1. And so obviously the C1 was the best out of the 3. I thought the C9 was the most innovative because it was really when LG started to provide a true gamer's experience. Every OLED prior to the C9 from a gamer's perspective. Now, keep in mind, I'm a Street Fighter player. Here's a lot of arcade sticks just to kind of show that, right? If you know anything about me, if you follow me prior to TVs, you know I get busy with this stuff. Half since the 90s. I started in 89 banging the machine. So stuff like input latency matters to me. If your TV from whatever manufacturer doesn't provide an optimal gaming experience, now keep in mind, every person is going to be a little different. So a lot of these TV enthusiast people, they have really good content. They shoot their stuff. It's produced really well. It's done a lot better than mine. I have a lot to learn to be competitive. But when it comes down to talking about gaming, they are so freaking linear when they talk about this shit. They don't really understand the terms and how this stuff really goes to play, right? So, when you're hearing me talk about gaming, I'm talking about it from a professional perspective. Even though I'm not a professional right now, I reside with an opinion of those that are professionals. So let me get back to my point, okay? When I got the C9, it offered me such a freaking great experience. It really was everything I needed to be. Number one, it had G-Sync. Okay, that is something proprietary to an NVIDIA graphics card. So that was the first invitation to them saying, hey, put you a gaming PC on this TV. Okay, great. Number two, the input latency was lower than just about any monitor that was on the market at that time. Okay, so yeah, I really adored the C9. It had a lot of things to work out, but once all the firmware got great, it was nice. When I got the CX, it was one of them, I don't know, man. I think I was just so infatuated with what the C9 had. I didn't even want to look at the small upgrades that the CX had. And so I ended up getting rid of the TV. We got rid of it real soon. And so I held on to the C9, and that was my main driver until the C1 came out, okay? Another question, or actually a mention, I keep getting a couple of people talking about Sony. You guys got to understand, listen, I've got an A90J upstairs right now, all right? 55 inch. So, in me saying that, I'm telling you, I'm not biased. It's just that, I'm putting videos out based on stuff that I'm going to use the most of, right? So the LG platform, like I said, I'm a gamer. So everything I do is gaming, or in some capacity is with gaming. So yes, Sony had the absolute best film TV last year, hands down. A90J, better than anything else you can get. When it comes to that. But when it came down to the gaming side of things, again, from that enthusiastic level, some people are going to say it was good enough. Hell no, it was not good enough. And so there were some noticeable differences there from a performance perspective. To me, there's a diminishing return when it comes to picture quality. Some movie buffs will not feel that way. And so it's just, you're going to be torn. No manufacturer is going to ever have the best of all of them. It's just not going to happen, because even when these TVs first came out, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, Samsung was kicking the shit out of them. Excuse my language, but they had the better gaming TV. They were brighter and so forth. So this is why, again, the C9 just did such a great job with turning the tide. Another question I got asked, and this was a really good one. This is actually what prompted me to want to do a video. And I was asked if I actually use my C1 now that I have the C2. All right, so this is the big boy. He's the main driver. He's still the main guy. He will be the main guy for a long time. I played around with the idea. I crunched some numbers, thought about going 83 C2, but there's no reason to do that. And I keep telling you guys that. I keep having people tell me that buying a C2 in any capacity was a waste of money. Even though I keep telling people I'm keeping my main C1 TV, right? Yes, I still use this. No, I haven't. Well, let me give it to you straight. Yesterday, I played 25 minutes of Jump Force with my 6-year-old son. And the reason we played this in here was because I didn't have it downloaded on my PC. So we played on the PC that's in here. Over there, that turntable empty, then that's a PC on the third shelf. So RTX 3080 Ti is inside of there with the i9 9900K. There's no consoles in here at all. So there's no PlayStation, there's no Xbox. It's just straight gaming PC. That's my Plex server, but it's a gaming machine too. So yes, I still would play this. If I wanted to play a single player game, within the next 2 weeks, I will be still using this TV. This thing looks beautiful. I haven't seen enough of the C2 to make me feel like I need to just, I don't know, turn a funny face at this TV. So yes, I do use this TV, sir. Love this TV. And I encourage you guys, if you got the funds, consider getting you a C1 for sure, man. But for you guys this just really wanting to just go to the next level, you can get the C2. And look, man, I said I posted an review of the C1 6-7 months after I got the TV. So that's how real I kept it. You know what I'm saying? I could have posted a review earlier, but I did it like I felt like I should have done it, and I did unboxings, and then I made little videos about this and that, just kind of how I did this. This is what I do every year. It's just that this is only the second year I'm doing it on the internet, right? But I posted my review months later because I felt like I needed time to really break the TV in. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I'm going to do the same thing with this. Like, you're not going to see an actual review of this TV from me until like 6-7 months of owning it. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be broken in. I'm going to have like mad hours on it and everything. And so that's when you're going to get that feedback. But looking at that review I posted today, I said, and I quote, because that was last year, I said it's going to be next year, which is now, when the C2 comes out, when people are going to be telling you don't buy because the C1 is good enough value. And when the C1, when I got it last year, I had comments filled with people saying the CX was good enough, the CX was good enough. And then you look at people videos from when the CX came out, they were saying the C9 was good enough and it was better in this way and better in that way. It's like, man, you just got to pick and choose who the hell you're going to listen to. One thing about it, if you look at content enough from certain people that post stuff, you'll be able to see, you know, who's talking about what and who's really consistent with what. So anyway, I just wanted to put this video together. I'd have an early shift tomorrow, so when I get out of work, I'm going to spend some time with my kids. And if you guys have any recommendations on things that you want to see, let me know. This is normally the time of the year where I do get a bigger following in people, and so I appreciate the support. Like the videos, all of that jazz, leave comments, and as I always say, max love.